already Shalom Israel. I want to start by giving all glory and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, and my brother Amwan from down to Florida from the Cameron Province of Babylon. Come with another quick hit to display power by YAHWASHI. Lord wanted to edify and feed the sheep. Babylon said I was an apostle, great MILLSTONE, teaching well. Peace and blessings to the brothers who push this work in true sincerity to the scattered abroad. All right, I want to go into this little lesson. As you can see, there was a situation over there in Chile where there was a major blackout, okay, that left 19 million, all right, people without power, okay, without water, without electricity, man, which left a lot of people in distress, okay, which is really a foreshadow of what's going to come to this place known as America, man, all right. But you had over there in Chile, says, I'm going to read this title, going into news break. All right, I got this notification on Newsbreak going into it. It says Chile declares state of emergency as entire country plunges into darkness and millions lose power. So you have millions of people, not just hundreds, but millions of people without power. Okay, and in the midst of these things, what do you think happened? All right, why do you think there was a state of emergency that had to be declared? All right, during this time. Okay, because what you have, what people will tend to lose it. All right, people go so much, all right, of their everyday, routine with eating, drinking, okay, watching, okay, with the internet, okay. These people go every day with these things, and as soon as it's cut, all right, it can immediately cost millions of people to lose it, man. Okay, especially those who are used to these routines every day, man. All right, but we're gonna read a little bit of this article and grab a few precepts and bring it out low when this is edifying. All right, so this is the title: Chile declares state of emergency as entire country plunges into darkness and millions lose power, man. All right, it says authorities in Chile declared a state of emergency on Tuesday after a near nationwide power cut plunged the nation into darkness. So you had these people were in complete darkness, engulfed in darkness, man. All right, imagine you be going about your day, or going about your night, I should say, and then the power is shut off, and not just in your area, but in millions of other people's neighborhoods, cities, all right, towns. Imagine that, right? And it's complete darkness, man. So dark to you can even hear a water drop from the faucet, man. It says Chile, Chile. It says Chile's population, over 19 million people, particularly, came to a standstill with power cuts, leading to internet shortages. It says stranded commuters and homes without water. So you not only had shortages of internet, signals, people couldn't get in contact with loved ones. All right, people couldn't even see what was going on, turning TVs on. All right, and neither was there any functioning water faucets, man. Imagine trying to turn on a water, flush a toilet that you just used the restroom, and you can't flush it, man. Ultimately, this is what's going to happen to this place, as it's America, man. All right, which scripture that comes to mind, which I'm going to grab it after this, all right, is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. All right, because see all the laughter and all the playing and all the things that seem to be in a good, healthy environment is going to soon turn upside down. All right. So, continuing, it says, reports suggest more than 8 million people or 8 million homes were impacted by Tuesday's power cut, which came as the nation deals with summer temperatures in the 30s. So it's already, hot as hell. No air conditioners are on. People running off of AC if they got it, or generators, and then turn around, power goes out, man. Now you in your living room, front room, or even outside cooking, man. It says traffic lights also went dark in 14 of Chile's 16 regions, and most businesses and institutions were forced to close early as they could not function without electricity. So this was a major impact, all right, on this place known as this country, Chile, man. All right. It says it also caused chaos to Chile's transport, with people needing to be evacuated from metro lines. So you have people who were, being transported from one place to another, and then you had this major power outage go out. People were stuck on these, transports, man. People were stuck. So you had chaos breaking out. People being around people they don't want to be around, unknown people they don't know, just stuck in an environment that you're not comfortable with, leads to chaos. What else does that bring, man? People doing things in the night. Okay, when all this power go out, people start, finding upon themselves to start getting real curious, man, for lack of better words. Okay, people start doing stuff outside the usual. Okay, during this time where chaos starts to brew up, man. It says, let me see, anything else on that? Nah, that's pretty much the point. So boom. Well, I'll jump down a little bit. It says, in response to the blackout, Chile's government issued a state of emergency and ordered a curfew to keep people safe between 10 o'clock p.m. and 6 a.m. All right, and as you watch the video, is a prime example why they made these curfews. All right, why they had to put things in order real quick, because people start to get curious, man. People start to not mind their own business, but try to find themselves in someone else's business, man. All right, for lack of better words. Okay, so you have it. Millions are without power. All right, 19 million. All right, the makeup of that population is 20 million, I believe. Okay, going into the research. So you had majority, all right, of that whole country itself without any power or water or internet services, man. Okay, so that sounds completely distressed. It sounds like distress to me, man. All right, which goes into 2 Ezra chapter 16 verse 21. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. And a lot of people went around, doing what they was doing, all right, purchasing things, all right, living it up, all right, just like these daily, American people do today. And then boom, shit hit the fan, man. Caught them off guard. People giving their, interviews on how this just, happened out of nowhere. Caught them off guard, man. But what do you think is going to happen here in America, man? Okay, well, this place is full of confusion. And people was lost and confused on why the power just out of nowhere just went out, man. It says, I read it again, 2 Ezra chapter 16 verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils, bad times, grow upon earth, sword, famine, death, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right, and that was the point of great confusion. All right, because now only do you have it where, you see all this confusion going on with just the makeup of this place known as America. All right, but you see confusion, all right, when it comes to people looking crazy, not knowing what the hell's going on, man. Okay, you didn't put all these, tax dollars, all right, and invest it into this place, and then you lose power out of nowhere. You're gonna look confused. You're gonna spend millions of hundreds of thousands of dollars to keep your power on, and then the whole entire place just loses power, internet, water, everything, man. All right, a lot of these people are going to be, looking crazy. All right, a lot of these people are going to be in a state of hunger, needing food. Okay, the only people that was able to, thrive, all right, with those, that blackout, was the ones who had a generator, man. Okay, and you recently had one that had a power outage over there in Puerto Rico not too long ago, man. So these power outages happening around the world are just really a sign that this is coming to this place known as America, man. Whether you believe it or not, okay, because you got a lot of hackers. Okay, you got a lot of places this losing power out of nowhere. All right, you got a lot of just mysterious things just pop off here, in this place, man. So at any point you had it where, matter of fact, you had it at this guy Klaus Schwab, the head of the WEF, if I'm not mistaken, okay, the World Economic Forum, where he said it was going to be a major thing that was going to be that was going to come upon this place next, okay, and it could potentially be a cyber, quote unquote attack. All right, that could be way greater, far greater than you had it with the C-19, man. So what does that mean? What's in the works when it comes to this devil speaking about that, man? What's in the works when you see all these other major countries are losing power on a mass level? What does this mean? What is to come? You see? So you're gonna have this come eventually to this place known as America, man. And you're gonna have a lot of people who are not gonna know what to do during that time. Okay? And it said chaos, man. And you know what, during chaos, what happens, man? People start to do what? Start to break in and enter. All right, they start to become thieves. Okay, they become to steal. All right, they become to have to survive. All right, especially if a situation like this leads to something that lasts for months. You never know, right? So it says, reading up a little bit, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And we're seeing that continuously here, in America, every day, man. All right. It says, matter of fact, let me grab this in 2nd Ezra chapter 15. All right, speaking about, what happens during those chaos, man. Because he said they had to put a curfew. All right, pretty much there had to be a lockdown on a certain degree. All right, due to what could potentially happen. All right, during nighttime, man. You got people who get criminals. All right, you got all kinds of things that pops off. All right, and people take full advantage of that, man. All right, and you see a lot of that here in this place known as America. Okay, at nighttime things happen mysteriously. Of course, like this happens in any other place, but here, okay, it's gonna happen on a mass scale. All right, it's gonna happen majorly on a major scale, man. But 2nd Ezra chapter 15, I start at verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." Verse 15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Right. So eventually it's going to come to, a civil unrest. All right. It's going to come to where people are going to start to, retaliate. Okay. People are going to retaliate out of aggression, man. Okay, frustration. Okay, and they're gonna have weapons. All right, and they're gonna be marching throughout the streets. It's gonna be just complete chaos. Verse 16, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor prince, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay, so people are gonna take actions in their own hands. Okay, even against their own authorities. All right, and you have it where you got hundreds of or millions of people going out with power. That's a lot of angry people, man. Okay, and if things don't get fixed, all right, in a fashionable time, what is that going to lead to? People, all right, losing tempers, man. All right, you have tempers going up out of the roof. People are going to be ready to, say, F it, man. You got people that's going to have children, all right, loved ones that's going to be in a state of need of feeding their families, man. Okay, so people are going to take actions in their own hands. All right, and this is what all brews up. All right, this is what all stirs up during a time like chaos, man. All right, it says verse 17. Let me see. Verse 17 says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." Right? Okay. You're gonna have it where they said curfews, man. So you're gonna have a time frame where you can be outside, all right, and you're gonna have a time frame where you have to be back in the house, man. All right. If you're not in the house, okay, what's next? All right. You're gonna have authorities addressing you, man. You're gonna have that restriction. All right. You had it here in America, man. We had a lockdown during the C-19. All right. If you didn't have a special pass, then it was consequences, man. So your ass had to stay inside. And it's just really speaking on the fact of at any point, at any time, all hell can break loose, man. The power can go out. You can lose food. You can lose internet. Okay, that's why it's important to get this word while you can. I did a lesson a few days back going into, seeking while you can. All right. Because eventually, at any point, shit can change, man. And you won't be able to type up these things and get to get this word. Okay. At any point, shit can just go left. People can't be able to go outside their door, go up the street because they can't see down the road or because things are blocked off. That's what's coming, man. This is coming. Okay, whether you like it or not. It says, verse 18, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." So it's going to be terrifying, man. All right? It's going to be terrifying. Terrifying. It's not going to be a good sign, a good thing. All right, when people are, in a state of trouble. All right, people are going to be afraid in the midst of a time like this. Verse 19. Okay, it says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor," and that's what we're leading up to. All right, where it's not going to be no pity upon people's neighbors, man. Ain't gonna be no pity upon your neighbor. People are gonna say, to hell with that. We gotta eat. My family has to eat. Survival, man. Okay, for the fittest. And you're gonna have people gonna say, they ain't gonna have time to care about how you feel about what you got going on. All right. All that matters is that their family eats. So you're going to have it where the love and many going to wax cold. Okay. That's why you had it in Chile with those curfews going out, because multiple people would take full advantage of a time frame like that and do wickedness, man. So, hey, that love is going to wax cold, man. It says, "But shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." So for the lack of bread and great tribulation, people are going to be willing to say, you know, fuck it. Hey, you know, we got to eat. Hey, we got a neighbor who got a generator, who got AC, who got food over there. Hey, you know, people, food can spoil in 3 days. You know, hey, you gonna have people gonna say, hey, fuck it, man, we're gonna go, you know, load up and go run down these people's houses and make it ours. It might be it might put your ass in captive. Okay, and have you someone binded up in the damn room, man. These are the times we're coming into. It ain't gonna be shit that's pretty. Okay. It said what? You know, there was no water. What? 2 6 and let me see. Let's see. Just like it, bear with me. They had no water supply. You know, people hey man, it only takes a little bit before people start to really freak out and lose it. It said it's 2 Ezra. I believe it's 6. See 21. Yup. So this is 2 Ezra 6, and I'll start at 22, going down to verse 24. All right. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storage houses shall suddenly be found empty. And if there's no power, okay, there's no food. Okay, if there's no power, there's no transportation being, you know, brought to these local stores, these communities, these you know, companies. There's no food, man. All right. So them stores, them local stores, them grocery stores. All right, you have these Walmarts here in America. Walmart. All right, you got Publix, Kroger's, Sprouts. All of these stores that you know, all these places being supplied are soon going to be wiped empty, man. It's going to be empty. What do you think people want to do when a time like that, man? All right, well, you're going to have to ration food. You're going to have to ration your portions. People are going to be on the edge, man. Verse 23, it says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. Hey, when them lights went out, you had it where these people was, you know, told, look, you know, there's going to be a curfew. It's going to be a major, what is it? Let me grab it. It's going to be a major emergency, a state of emergency, okay, for the blackout. You know, it's going to be a declare of a state of emergency. When people hear these things, that's going to bring them to be in a state of fear or afraid. A better word to use. Oh, there's going to be a declare of a state of emergency. Oh man, you know, hearing this. You know, you have it where right now these people is going about their day and relax and chilling and kumbaya. Hey, when they hear that alarm on their TV saying, you know, this so and so is to come, that's going to shake a lot of people up, man. People are in their security right now. What are you going to do when you are caught up in your security? When that wrath come upon this place through the spirit and power of BAHASHAM outside, it's going to be nothing for you to, it's going to be nothing you can do, man. You see? Many people are going to be afraid. It says, verse 24, it says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear. There you have it. See? with those that dwell therein, and the springs of the fountains shall stand still, and there, it's like it says, and in 3 hours they shall not run. You see, people without water, can't flush the toilet, can't wipe your ass, can't clean your body. You know, people are going to be afraid. Loved ones turning against each other for the last goddamn bottle of water. Friends turning against each other for the last bag of chips. It's gonna be terrifying, man. And then you have it with scriptures. Scripture said there's gonna be spirits created for vengeance, man. So you're gonna have in a time like that, when all hell breaks loose, spirits created for vengeance. It's gonna be taking place. People are gonna be animals, and people are gonna have spirits created for vengeance on them, taking people's lives, man. So it's gonna have people all shooken up, terrified. This was coming to this place, man. Scripture says, should we then make mirth? If you knowing this, should you make then mirth? No. All right. Read that again. 2 Timothy chapter 6, verse 24. It says, at that time shall friends fight one against another. That's the times we're coming into, man. Friends and loved ones are going to fight against another. All right. Just throughout the lack of bread and tribulation. And more. Where the scripture says, evil shall grow. You see? Ain't going to be the only thing. Lord say going to bring great death and destruction, famine, the whole thing, man. So it's going to be an endless thing that's going to have people on the edge. It says, like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Okay? So a lot of these people are going to be shaken up like you have when they are out of water supply. No more water. This was coming. All right? I'm going to grab one more scripture and I'm going to close it out. Lord, one of you edified. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 33. And it reads, and when this cometh to pass, Lord, will come. So these things will come. All right? According to prophecy. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. So then you're going to know you were, warned. Then you're going to know there was a prophet among you. Then you're going to know that the Lord spoke through his prophets, warning these people. Which is why the Lord is to be feared, man. Because at any point, any time, all hell can break loose. If you're not right with YAHAWASHI, MILLSTONE, or doing things that you got to do for him in truth and sincerity, all right, hey, that distress can fall upon you. Okay? So, hey, man, that was in my spirit to bring it out. Lord, one of this lesson was edifying to ATHAM, let's seek the Lord in truth and sincerity. Until next time I say, Shalom.